Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh and good morning. My name is Muhammad Alif Izzuddin bin Jamaluddin from University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. So today, I would like to present a paper that we published on the International Conference in Social Science and Technology, which the title of this paper is Development of New Funding Formula in Malaysian Public Universities. Alright, first we go for the introduction parts. So, developed countries have significantly improved their executions of their funding system by introducing comprehensive funding reforms. Developing countries have followed suit and have begun to monitor the success and failure of their existing systems of higher education administration and public funding. Because of budget constraints and global financial crisis, higher education institutions around the world must be proactive in producing their own revenue. So, in order to alleviate the strain, institutions and the government must concentrate on measures to enhance the resources available for funding higher education operations in order to satisfy society requirements, as well as government efficiency in balancing funding and spending. So next, we go for the literature review part. So for the definition of funding formula. Funding formula means a mechanism to determine the amount of funding allocated to higher education institutions using a mathematical formula which includes variable based on indicators such as student numbers. So funding formula actually was established in several nations largely as a tool to simplify budgetary decisions in times of rapidly rising higher education institutions and student numbers. So the advantage in the implementation of the funding formula consists of transparency, equality, accountability, and predictability. So, when this gradual method was deemed non-transparent and provided insufficient incentive for efficiency and creativity, funding formula began to emerge and become the widely accepted foundation for budgeting choices. Funding formula have been used in the United States for more than 50 years. So next we go for the methodology for this study. So in this study, participants that were selected are based on their direct involvement and experience in the funding of higher education. So specifically, two officers from Ministry of Higher Education and researcher from UiTM Shah Alam and also a senior lecturer at UiTM Shah Alam involved in this research related to funding formula at Malaysian Public University. So, to analyze this data, the metrizing method is a suitable data analysis method for studies with a small number of participants. So, in these tables, there have three participants that have been interviewed, which is two participants are from officer from Ministry of Higher Education and respondency researcher from Accounting Research Institute and also a senior lecturer at the UiTM Shah Alam. So, next for the finding and analysis parts. So, by aligning the usage and purpose of funds with parameters that have been set forth in the funding formula, such as a volume of units and the cost per units, accountability is improved for both the funding agency and budget institutions. So, in the new funding formula that have been set for the input, they have per input based funding and performance based funding, which is input based funding will be amount of students that allocated at the university. So, for the advantage of the implementation of funding formula, which is transparency, equality, accountability, and predictability, so the distribution of funding will be allocated based on the cost per student and performance-based students that could lead the advantage of the funding formula. So, budget authorities could no longer afford lengthy conversations with higher education institutions about their needs, necessitating a means of distributing resources in a fair manner. So, with implementation of new funding formula, it could save time and resources for all parties involved and promote greater efficiency and accountability in the funding process. And for the last part, which is a conclusions, by the implementation of the funding formula in the higher education, it can have a significant benefits including financial sustainability, cost efficiency, and university will move on the performance driven, as in the as it have been decided that in the new funding formula have a performance that will be evaluated. So the insight gained from this study could lead public university to develop their own policies and procedure to enhance transparency in the use of funds. So by doing so, stakeholders such as students, faculty and staff can better understand the allocation of funds and know how the funding will be used to support the goals of the university. So this can lead to greater accountability and trust among stakeholders, which in turn can lead to improved outcomes for students, increased faculty and staff satisfaction, and a better reputation for the university. Alright, that's all from me. Thank you.